Hi, I'm Alan, and this is my channel. Alan talks about stuff.
If you go to the playground today, one theme you'll notice is safety, safety, safety. When I was a kid, not so much. I think safety was about the 83rd most important aspect when it came to playgrounds. We'll start off with the merry-go-round. This piece of equipment usually would be 4 or 5 kids on the merry-go-round and 4 or 5 kids spinning the merry-go-round as fast as they could. Goal was to stay on as long as you could without puking or falling off. If you fell off, you normally would roll onto some green stuff. That was 20% grass, 80% stickers. Apparently spraying for stickers was not in the parks department budget in 1978. Now let's move on to the slide. If you go to the park today, slides are about 5 feet high, made of plastic, and you'll slide down into a foam pit. When I was a kid, the slide was 20 feet high, made of steel. On a hot day, that slide would get up to 300 degrees. Homeless people would be cooking bacon on the slide right before we got done playing. Then we would go down the slide into sand that every stray cat within a 4-block radius of the park would use for their litter box. This is no lie. There was a park I went to as a kid that had the ladder to the slide, but the slide had been cut off. It was about 6 inches of steel with a razor sharp edge. Was this piece of equipment roped off? No. Did it have a sign saying, "Don't use"? Nope. Was there plans to repair the broken slide in the near future? Nope. That slide was like that from about 1978 to 1991. Just a ladder to heaven with a fall to hell. Hope you don't cut yourself or get seriously hurt on that razor sharp broken slide. Hopefully you just fall face first into the stray cat litter box. The teetor-tot or the seesaw. This is what it was like playing on the seesaw as a kid. Me standing somewhere playing, minding my own business. Another kid that looks like he's up to no good comes up to me. "Hey, you want to play on the seesaw?" Me hesitantly says, "You're not going to jump off, are you?" Other kid with smirk on his face. "No. Why would you think I'm going to jump off?" Me, "Because that's what's happened the last 17 times we played on the seesaw." Other kid, fighting through laughter. "No, I swear, I'm not going to jump off the seesaw." We get to the seesaw. I go up, come back down. I think to myself, hey, maybe he's not going to jump off the seesaw this time. Then I go back up. Other kid jumps off. Gravity takes over, and I crash down to earth, knocking the wind out of me. Other kid runs off saying, "I can't believe he fell for that." Then we have the swings. When I was a kid at the park, swings were anchored down, but the swing sets in most people's yards weren't. When you'd get so high, you would see the legs come off the ground. The part in my brain that wanted to live would tell me not to go any higher. At the park, the big swings that were anchored down in cement, I tried to swing so high I'd flip over the top bar. I recently found out doing that is physically impossible. So it looks like I only wasted a couple years of my life trying that. Another thing we would do was swing as high as you could and then jump off the swing. I tried that one night as a drunk adult and almost killed myself. I still think I hold the Guinness Book of World Record for that feat. The monkey bars. Our playground had a huge set of monkey bars, about twice the height of normal monkey bars and twice as long. They hadn't been painted in years. They were rust colored. You would get tetanus from just looking at it from 20 feet away. I remember I could never make it across, but there were kids hanging upside down on it, walking and running across the top of it. Don't worry, if you fell, concrete would break your fall. When I was 7, I broke my arm falling out of the back of a pickup truck. I was trying to crawl in to the front cab from the bed. I slipped and fell and broke my arm. When I was at the hospital, every nurse, every doctor would try to guess how I broke my arm. Playing on the monkey bars? When I tell them no, they had a stunned look on their face. There literally was a piece of equipment on the playgrounds that was responsible for the majority of all kids' broken bones. That day at the ER, there was a kid with a broken leg from falling off the monkey bars. Nowadays, everything is about safety. When I was a kid, it wasn't even a thought. I never wore a helmet when riding a bike. I never rode in a car seat. In fact, one of my earliest memories, we had a huge car that had a huge back window. I would crawl up into that back window and sleep on all long car rides. Could you imagine nowadays driving down the highway and you see a 3-year-old taking a nap in the back window? Hey, that kid's not in a car seat, buckled in the back seat, facing backwards. I'm calling 911. Police would chase my dad down as if he was the Unabomber. I remember my mom got into a car accident when I was a kid. I was standing in the front seat. We was in town, so we were probably only going 10 to 15 mile an hour. Roads had snow on them, and we slid into the intersection and hit another car. My mom sticking her arm out just wasn't enough. I fell forward, hitting the gear shift knob, giving me a black eye.
Once again, this is Alan. This is my channel, Alan Talks About Stuff. Thanks for watching.